trying to sell the stuff. And it's just a matter of when it comes back and what kind of condition it's in.
So we'd have to paint it and letter it and all that?
Which I'm in the process of trying to use some other funding to get that done through the county.
Just one other question, the status of the cameras.
Oh. Bill and I had this discussion in his office last week. Mr. McNerney was supposed to be putting up, we've been corresponding emails back and forth. He was supposed to be putting up take a sample, put a sample camera up and give us a survey. And he made it sound like, am I right, Bill, that it was going to happen last week or the week before?
The next week, 3 weeks ago, and he's not reached out to us even though we tried to communicate with him.
And then there's the other issue of, they're the only people, that was a question for John, I believe, right? When we asked John if this type of thing, this red light camera thing is, they install for free. There's no maintenance fee. They just charge by taking a percentage of the tickets that are issued, right? How do you, the RFP or the way you have to hire people like that? There's no other, if no one else is out there that wants to do this, we've been in contact with one other company and they haven't responded. This is the only company that's responded to their call, and that's who New Brunswick and I believe Piscataway and some of the other towns have used. So you have to take a bid, you have to go out, you go out for a bid.
That's the only bid you get, and it's a responsive bid.
All right, well, the bid, you said bid threshold, though, but if there's zero cost, what's the bid threshold? That's why I was.
Scott, what is it, 17? 17.5.
Right, but if it's zero, if there's no cost, then it's below the bid threshold.
So then that's what I would do.
Right, that's the way I saw it, but I don't know. Bill, you had a difference
Well,
of opinion?
when we first started to research this a year or so ago, we saw examples of, I'll call them requests for proposals, in which there were different terms set forth by different companies. So some may be judged on their customer service or their proximity to Dunellen, their response time or their complaints against it. So there are factors we can look at. It may be on a minor section, and there should be some guidance from the Treasury Department on how to advertise and create a document asking for specific signage. So this is a relatively simple question as soon as we ask the right people down in Trenton for guidance.
That's the answer. So soon, I would think.
Hopefully, so when it gets back to us. Yeah. That's like that's it.
Is that okay?
That's it.
Thanks. Jason?
I have a few things today. The fire department, their thermal camera is not working too well. And it's about 10 years old, and I believe I brought up in previous council meetings. And Scott, we discussed about apparently there's some money from capital ordinance from 2005. Is that available for us to use towards the thermal camera?
Yes. I was just told that we paid Board of Education a little later this year because of cash flow a little light. We go to an ordinance, we're just taking money out of cash flow. That's why I put a hold on everything.
That's true.
So we figured this budget out. This is going to be 2 weeks.
That's
I don't want to spend any money until 2 weeks is up. So we get this thing done. We'll wait 2 weeks.
You're both correct. With the capital ordinance, there's $10,000 that has not been used yet that could be available to pay for a camera, and we have some budget issues that we have to be mindful of, and so we help to.
We just want to get them straightened out. That's why he's on hold. The road department's everybody's on hold.
Right.
So it just needs to be done.
Right.
That's all. No, it's just gotta get us a couple weeks. I mean,
No, I understand. I just wanted to bring it up and ask about it. Secondly, for the Dunellen report, we have it's printed. Everyone liked it. A lot of us next one, I mentioned last time that, about putting a narrative of, biography, a narrative way for us in there so the citizens get to know who we are. So I would, if you wouldn't mind having that done by March 1st, and would you mind if I brought in next time a camera to take a picture of each of to put next to the biography so people can see our faces?
Sure.
Okay. Lastly, March 1st, after the biography. Lastly, I know Chief Nelson, you know about this, and I talked with Phil Robbins. There's a lady on the corner of South Washington Ave and Walnut at 293 South Washington Ave. The light sensors haven't been working, she's been saying, and she says she's watched it frequently, and she's been noticing that it's been delaying traffic, especially at nighttime when she's sleeping. There's been a lot of horns going off. I don't know why people are blowing their horns thinking that's going to make the light turn green, but that's what's happening. Now, in order to fix that, do we have to contact the county or the state?
County.
The county? Okay. So Bill, is there a direct number that I can contact specifically for that? Would that be the Middlesex County Transportation Committee?
I know Steve Fatante personally, and I can help you with that, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Just reach out to me tomorrow morning.
Okay. And that is it. Oh, yeah, now that you said that, that's what I was done. To pay about our town, because I have I believe they forwarded over to Scott Olson as well, and you. How do we go about paying them? Is that through an ordinance that we have to issue? Because I know that was put in separate.
Sure, will be set up, Scott, can we just work it off a purchase order now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Anything else on the council? Under your correspondence, there's an open letter there to us from John Paff regarding email policy. I guess you sent Bill an email today regarding it and there's Andover Township email policy. We're going to put this on the agenda to speak about the length next council meeting, okay? So maybe there's any ideas, because I'm not sure how it works. You don't know, email delivered pretty much, and I don't send emails, except very few for my job. But we'll put it on the agenda, and we'll talk about it in length, and I think I'm going to call the mayor up in Andover, talk to them, and I'll speak to some of the mayors of the surrounding towns around us and see what kind of policy they have in place. And any ideas whether we have to open up a separate account for each of these, maybe dump your email in, or whether we have to, I don't know how it's going to work. We'll try to figure this out going forward. But I think it's something we're going to have to look at, and make a determination which way we want to go, okay?
I don't know about anybody else, but our email address has been on that website for how long now?
Since, if you gave it to me when I first put it up, it's a year and a half now.
And I'm not gotten one email from the resident on my, I have not been contacted.
Well, I think, no, it's not that, it's not that. I think the discussion is, I think the discussion, or
It's ours going back and forth.
it's our email from
We talk to each other.
individuals. We're making decisions behind closed doors and things like that, or, we're doing, kind of meetings through the internet instead of meetings here. Now, we all know we don't do that, but we have to.
That's for, I guess, public record. They
Yeah,
want to
so-
stop saying our.
Local something, right? So we'll put that on the agenda for next meeting, Bill, and do it. This time, I'll open up the portion meeting for public comment, please. Just state your name and your address, and so they do.
good evening. I'm John Paff. I'm with the Libertarian Party. Address is 1605 Amwell Road, Somerset, New Jersey. And thank you for taking my letter seriously regarding the email policy. What I've done is, first I want to just preface it by saying that most towns are not in compliance. So what I'm asking Dunellen to do is to take essentially a leadership role and pass a comprehensive policy that I think will probably be able to be used by other towns around the county and around the state to monitor or to regulate their email. There's two basic problems. One is that, as you mentioned, there's sometimes meetings that occur via email where everyone communicates with one another. And they don't really realize that what they're doing is depriving the public of their ability to witness the deliberations and the policy formulations that they're guaranteed to be able to witness through the Open Public Meetings Act. The second problem is that when emails are sent, and I've expressed this before, I'll just touch on it, sent between members of the council or department heads or professionals who are appointed, and they're sent via their private email accounts, their Yahoo accounts, or Gmail accounts, what have you, there's no way the administration can keep track of those emails to make them available for a future open request. So you have times when you say, I'd like to see former councilman so-and-so's emails, a citizen makes an open request for them, and they say, well, we don't have them because that went to Arizona when former councilman so-and-so retired. And that's not a desirable position, and the state mandates that the municipality take the lead in keeping those emails archived. So what I've done is, and this is my wish list, I drafted what I think would be a good ordinance for the borough. And I have 9 copies of it here, and I just wanted to give it to you, and maybe you can use that as part of what you do.
Okay, sir. We'll certainly take a look at it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Paff, I have a quick question. Sure. And we're looking into this. You indicated that began your statement by saying most towns are not in compliance. What are you referring to? What are they not?
What they are not doing is they don't have a policy that prevents meetings. They don't have a policy that prevents meetings from taking place via the internet or through emails. They don't have anything that says there shall not be a majority or an effective majority of the borough council or the planning board shall not correspond. Or if you send an email out, you shouldn't ever reply at all. Most towns don't have anything like that. I shouldn't say they're not in compliance. I'm not saying they're doing anything wrong. They don't have any policies to prevent their elected officials from doing something wrong. The second thing is many towns still have the clerk uses an AOL account, and the councilman uses Yahoo and Gmail, and there's no way that the clerk can be performing his duties as required by the Division of Archives and Records Management circular letter of maintaining those emails for future people to ask for if people are using their personal addresses. The policy would be as simple as you have to copy the clerk on every email. That would be something, but there has to be a way that those emails are preserved so that people, when they ask for them a year or two down the road, aren't told, well, I'm sorry, we don't have them. I don't think that's an acceptable answer. And the borough should take the lead in making sure that's not the case. And that's the reason I'm bringing it to attention. And frankly, if the borough were to pass something good, hopefully a model, I would transmit it through my sources all throughout the state and say, well, this is what Dunellen did, this is what I think you should do, everyone. So I think it's an opportunity, a feather in the cap for this council to adopt something where there's basically non-compliance around the state, to take the lead and get out in front and do the right thing. So that's what I offer as an opportunity to do something that would be, something we looked upon by the rest of the municipalities and public bodies in the state as being a good thing. All right. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Dawn Savis, New Market Road. I just wanted to comment on what you had said that it pertains to councilmen conducting borough business through email. It pertains more to that than just the council members. For example, Mr. Robbins in the past had to rely on Chief Capella to forward emails that were conducting business between the police department and the borough clerk. He had to rely on Chief Capella at cop2cop@aol.com to forward him those emails whenever requested. So it's beyond the scope of just the borough.
Well, he mentions that in his letter to us, and the board has done it. He mentions all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else? I've got to mention one thing. One pass this around. We've got another very nice young man becoming an Eagle Scout, and this is what he's proposing for Columbia Park. His last name is Stevenson. Something to keep schedules and things like that, to keep the deputy can handle, or everybody can handle. And if there's any problems, we'll just get started with it. We'll have to put it on.
So who monitors what gets posted?
What's that?
Who monitors?
We all monitor. I'm gonna like say, myself, I don't know when high school teams play. I mean, they got scheduled down there, like baseball, tennis. You know, they're just all my times a game. I know my catch an accident. And all these other people the same thing. I think they're really good things. Close recreation's got going on.
Kevin, we probably need to put the last face on it.
Yeah, it's got
The official stuff would be locked up.
Borough council meetings, and we put everything, planning board, everything there. That's where most of the people on town go, is at Columbia Park, so it's a good use out there. We're gonna put it on the right side going in between the tennis court and somewhere between tennis court and the playground, put it on the right side somewhere. Will Jerry maybe help figure
By
out?
the Board of Health?
On the right, what's that?
By the Board of Health?
Yeah, past it, yeah. Pretty good idea, isn't it? All right, so if nobody's any objection, I'll tell them to go ahead and go ahead.
Not flat, right? Flexi, flexi.
Yeah, we'll let Tyson do that something.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, I'm right. If not, I'll have to know, executive session or something.